So I've shown a recipe how to do pate, and I do not think that I explained why you do pate. So I'm going to explain a couple reasons. So that's some fish, and this is pork. And I put my egg in there, I grind it up. The reason I do pate is because it digests easier and you absorb more of the meat. So this is beneficial because it is less energy for your system to process, which means you get to sleep less. I find that when I'm pateing my meat, I don't need to sleep as much. I noticed this when first starting out. I would drink a lot of liver shakes. I would, grind up the liver with egg and milk and a little bit of honey. Especially with something like liver, it really liquefies quite easy. And you can just really feel how, oh yeah, that digested. It doesn't stay heavy on your stomach for long. Even with just this pate, it's already broken down. Your hydrochloric acid is much more effective because it can kind of coat everything and isn't coating chunks of things and then passing them on throughout your digestive facilities. It's also helpful because it's easier to eat. Psychologically, like if you've got you're just eating a raw steak, a good thing, yummy, but it can just be a lot, heavier, so to speak, if I could say it that way. But with this, the pate, you put some sauce on it, or like for white meats, sour cream and lemon is also good. But I've been using ketchup sauce recently, and it just goes down so easy. You don't have to chew it. And that's another reason, is because we have a enzyme in our saliva. It's called thiamine, it's something like that. I think horses have it too, but what it is it's used to break down carbohydrates. And non-meat things, non-fat things. And that enzyme, if it coats your meat too much, it will, what's the word I'm looking for? Inhibit the absorption of protein. So by pateing your meats and not chewing them, or if you can, like chew off chunks and then swallow them without, having to mash them up. It's already mashed as a pate, but if you can do that, then it will be much better for your digestion. The Inuits, or the Eskimos, they would take big bites of meat and just swallow them after 1 or 2 bites. That's just how they grew up doing that. I have a restricted airway, I believe from a certain injection injury. Don't want to set off any keywords for the algorithm there. But I have, my airway is only about 7 millimeters long, or 7 millimeters wide. It should be 11. So, I had that confirmed by a scan done at my dentist. And, anyway, so it's a little harder for me to chew and swallow big chunks. So the pate works really well for me. And just as a tidbit, a little extra for you, not exactly related to the video, more of a tangent, but in terms of proper swallowing mechanics, you're going to want to have your mouth closed when you swallow, teeth together, and I find that you can use the tongue to push up on the roof of the mouth, which will then kind of like cascade to the back of your throat in a way, depending on how tied your tongue is to your mouth there. And it will help push food back down your throat, and the corresponding pressure of the tongue with the bite closed will be good for your facial development. So if you're trying to increase your jaw strength, if you're trying to widen your face a little bit, maybe you lacked some of that in your development, like most people, like I have, try to remember, close your mouth, teeth together, swallow, and the tongue, it can press up on the roof of your mouth, and then that pressing, like I said, will help expand your palate naturally. So just a quick bit about pateing and why I pate, why I think it's beneficial. The only times I don't pate are when I'm eating perch, because there's some little bones in it, so I either pick those out or I just end up eating them. But if I feel like I ground it up, it might be kind of uncomfortable. And I've got to skin every fillet, so I have to rip the skin off every fillet. So I just put that in a bowl and I make ceviche with it. Pretty simple there. I don't pate that meat. And if I'm eating on a weight loss, like a stricter weight loss, I'm trying to lose weight now. I mean, right now I'm eating about a pound of meat tonight. Usually I've just been eating a half a pound. I think I'm down in weight, in fat, but I've gained muscle because I've been working out again. So it's kind of hard to gauge, you know. I think my waist has gone down a little bit, and I think that's a good way to gauge, you know, fat versus muscle. But anyway, yeah, if I just take like a golf ball size of meat, I'll just bite it off my portion or whatever, like the pork butt. I'll just bite a little bit off of that, a couple bites, and I'll chew and swallow that. I won't bother pateing golf ball sizes of meat. That's just not worth the effort to clean up and everything. So that's when I pate my meat. That's when I don't pate my meat. And I hope you found the little extra nuggets of oral functionality helpful for your jaw development if you're into that sort of thing. Thanks for watching.